Everyone, how's everyone doing here today? And recently, in one of Donald Trump's silly rants about all his legal woes, he put out some kind of a statement where he said, it's like, they're doing this to me, or, these crimes I committed, I was doing them for you, like for us, for the people. Okay, I think that's a very interesting statement, and I'd like to talk about it briefly and break it down a little bit. So, you were doing that for us, and we should somehow be grateful. Okay, I'm just trying to understand specifically how. Like, you were bird-dogging a porn star and you used campaign funds to pay for it illegally, and yet that was for us. I mean, did you videotape it and let us watch? That's, alright, I'm sorry. That was a creepy thing to say. Okay, scratch that. Okay, so no, I'm not buying into that. When you took top-secret documents that you shouldn't have taken and refused to give them back upon request by the FBI, you did that for us, for the people. Like, you compromised the country's security and, for us. I'm not quite sure how that would benefit me or any of the other people, but yeah, Don, here's the thing. I talked about this in a recent example. I wouldn't be stupid enough to take top-secret documents, let's say if I was an intern in the White House. Not that I would even have access to it. And if I did do it and the FBI told me to give it back, I would have the good sense to give it back, okay? Because that is against the law. Federal law, I should say. Oh, and third and foremost, you called the state of Georgia asking them to fine you votes so you could illegally and unfairly flip the state in your favor in the hopes of turning the election that you lost fairly in your favor, which obviously didn't work. And you were doing that for us, as if we needed another 4 years of you, as if 4 years wasn't enough. With all the chaos, all the lying, all the corruption, and, during COVID, you got a lot of people killed by putting out false misinformation and telling people to inject themselves with disinfectant as opposed to just encouraging mass mandates and vaccines. But beyond all that, you were doing it for us. You were doing it for the American people. Tell me, when you and Eric Trump were skimming money from a children's charity and putting it back into your business, were you doing that for us as well? Really? I'm saying this to the Trump supporters, and I'm really trying to be patient and understanding here, is that I'm not an expert in political science, okay? I'm not a philosopher. I don't have a PhD. I was an average student in high school. But if you look at all the patterns, you can see that, no, Donald Trump didn't do this for us. He didn't do it for the American people. He did it for himself, okay? Because he's selfish, because he's greedy, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about your families. And that's a simple fact, but that's the way he's lived his entire life. So when I hear some of you at these rallies thinking like, oh, he's an honest guy, he tells it like it is, none of that's true. Now, if I can see that, why can't you? That's my point, okay? And I'm not trying to claim I'm better than anyone here. I'm just, if you look at the patterns, you can start to see the lies. It's not even a question of whether or not you can see them, it's a question of they're pretty damn hard to miss. But, by all means, I'm sure if he says to the MAGA base, who's, especially the ones who are really trapped in the cult, and he says, oh, he's doing it for you, you believe him, right? That somehow you benefited from the Stormy Daniels scandal, from the taking of the classified documents, and from the perfect phone call to Georgia. Somehow you benefited from that. I would really love to know how, okay? But, hey, what do I know? I'm just a woke libtard, remember? So, anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope you understand.